Hey, word battlers. It's AJ Harper and Laura Stone is with me. And as I said in last week's email, we decided to do our dispatch together and close out this little experiment. So we had high hopes, and I think for both of us, they were dashed. For me, I think it was day 2 or 3 that I got COVID. And that just, COVID's a big old wrench. It's not like a little cold. So thought it was better, came back. We've all heard these stories. So I really did not make progress on my novel, but I actually feel fine about it. And the reason I feel fine about it is I actually didn't start it before that. So I did start it. And now I can make a plan to move forward. I felt bad about it a little bit during the time, but I think I've come to understand that we have to take care of ourselves and what comes up. So we should never feel bad if life intervenes and says, hold your horses. So again, I'm thrilled because I actually started it and now I can continue on that journey. Laura, catch us up on, you wanted to finish your novel. Give me a sense of where you are. How much did you get done that you wanted to get done?
Well, I did not get done what I wanted to get done and what I stretch gold. However, I did have a couple of breakthroughs on some story structure and had I think it's probably some of the best writing I've done on
What?
a couple
Well,
of
that's
things.
huge.
Yeah. So I'm all about counting my wins with this because again, I did not reach my goal. So I'm like, okay, I don't want stinking thinking to drag me down. I don't want to let the trolls in. So I'm closing the door on the negative stuff to focus on the things that were positive. So I had some really good writing. I had some really interesting uh, w- thoughts about how to tie a bunch of things together that I hadn't considered before, which was very cool. Um, Figured out some really neat things that I can do. For those of you who may not have cottoned on to this, I'm writing a mystery. So I need to have like red herrings layered throughout and some misdirects. And so I thought of some ways that I can do that. And um, because I wasn't actively writing and I had other things that were pulling my attention, when I could have the time to think, that's what I chose to do. Is I needed because I needed to fall in. So the thinking allowed me the space to have ideas come,
Yeah,
which I
so
didn't have
that's
before.
awesome. So when you what do you think would have happened in November had you not signed up for the challenge?
Oh, I wouldn't have done anything. Nothing would have
Yeah,
happened.
so I mean, let's just count all the wins. And
Check.
then let's move forward. That's the
Yeah.
thing, is you never want to let daylight come between one challenge and the next, even if the
Mhm.
challenge is small. So I'm still thinking about how I'm going to incorporate it, and I have a little note about that in a moment. But what are you said earlier to me today that you would like to do smaller steps. So what are you thinking?
Yeah. So because I mean, November was November, and so I didn't have the time and the space to actually do the big stuff. So I need to get back into making my writing slash creativity slash thinking time. I need to get back into making that sacred.
Yeah.
And kids will have problems, families will have issues, health is going to come and go, cleaning and this and that and work and da, da, da. But if I can carve out this time and stick to my guns and say, I will see you in an hour.
Yeah.
I will deal with you and this and that and the other in an hour. This is my time to think. This is my time to maybe write out ideas, to do some free writing. I did a little practicing of that this weekend and had great success. So it's just a matter of just making these smaller chunks instead of something big and grandiose for the end of the year for me. And then we'll see how that goes. And then if I need to do something big and grandiose in
Yeah.
2023, yeah.
I think it's good to do a stretch goal once in a while. NaNoWriMo is a great reason to do it. And some word battlers really had a lot of success with that.
Nice.
And a lot of people really struggled. But the thing is that everybody set an intention, and we can reset. We don't
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about it. So for me, I was sending an email to my business coach this morning, Andrea Lee, and saying, hey, I want to do some 2023 planning. And in my email to her, I said, and be mindful, I was telling her what I wanted to focus on. And I said, be mindful, I think I'm going to write a couple books next year. So I know I'm always going to write a book with Mike Michalowicz, but I want to write another one. So that's what I think we need to do is in our planning for next year, we need to make space for and accommodate that creative work. So in our meeting today, Laura and I thought about, hey, we should probably do some end of year planning. So we are going to do an end of year, well, actually a 2023 workshop on how to incorporate your writing, editing, publishing, and book marketing goals into your planning for 2023 to make space for all of it and how to think about all of it at the same time, which is the real challenge of when do I do what and how do I do things simultaneously. So we actually scheduled a workshop for the 20th, and we'll get more information to those of you who might be interested in that. But for now, I just want to say congrats to all the word battlers who went on this little experiment with us. Something I learned is don't put off starting something that is near and dear to your heart. And I think what I'm hearing from you, Laura, is don't let other people encroach on your sacred space to write. I think those are good lessons for pretty much everyone who started this. So congrats to all. Congrats to our winners of prizes. You'll be notified and you'll see in the, you'll see in the email. And until the next challenge. See you guys.